You eat well. You exercise. You sleep a reasonable amount, but the weight won't move. Your energy is lower than it should be. And no matter what you try, the results don't match the effort. Most people assume it's their metabolism, or their age, or their willpower. But here's what the research is now showing. For a growing number of people, the real problem isn't any of those. It's happening in an organ most people never think about. And the reason it's being overlooked? Because the trigger isn't coming from inside your body. It's coming from the environment around you. Every single day, your liver is the most metabolically active organ in your body. Every minute, it filters approximately 1.4 liters of blood. It regulates your blood sugar. It processes hormones. It produces bile for fat digestion. It converts nutrients into usable energy. And it does something else. Something that has become increasingly critical in the modern world. It detoxifies. The environment contains close to 80,000 novel chemicals registered with the United States Environmental Protection Agency, many of which have not undergone thorough reviews for their risk to human health. These compounds enter your body through the air you breathe, the food you eat, the water you drink, the products you apply to your skin, and every single one of them lands in the liver. The liver processes them through a two-phase detoxification system. Phase 1 breaks them down. Phase 2 converts them into water-soluble compounds that can be excreted. When this system functions well, the toxins move through and out. But here's what happens when the load becomes too much. Environmental pollutants, including air pollutants, volatile organic compounds, persistent organic pollutants, heavy metals, and per- and polyfluoroalkyl substances can act through multiple mechanisms including endocrine disruption, metabolic perturbation, and oxidative stress. Recent research has revealed that even low-level exposures to certain chemicals can significantly affect liver health, particularly when combined with other risk factors. Low-level, chronic, daily. Not a single dramatic exposure. Just a constant, accumulating burden that the liver was never designed to handle at this scale. And when the liver is overwhelmed, metabolism slows. Hormones go out of balance. Fat accumulates. Energy drops. Not because you're doing anything wrong, because your liver is doing too much. Let's get specific. Because this isn't abstract. The first category is BPA and its substitutes. Bisphenol compounds found in plastic packaging, food containers, and thermal paper receipts. Research published in Frontiers in Endocrinology in 2025 linked bisphenol exposure directly to fatty liver progression. Through mechanisms involving oxidative stress, gut microbiota disruption, and metabolic dysfunction in liver cells. The second category is PFAS, per- and polyfluoroalkyl substances, called forever chemicals because they don't break down. These chemicals resist breakdown, accumulate over time, and appear to interfere with how the liver packages and exports fat, with research linking PFAS exposure to a threefold higher risk of liver disease. They're in non-stick cookware, in stain-resistant fabrics, in food packaging, in drinking water systems across most of the United States. The third category is endocrine-disrupting chemicals, compounds that interfere directly with hormone signaling. An increasing body of evidence links combined exposure to multiple environmental toxicants with the occurrence and severity of metabolic diseases, particularly targeting fat metabolism and mitochondrial function in the liver. 3 categories. Billions of people exposed daily. And here's the part that explains why conventional approaches don't work. When the liver is under chronic chemical burden, its capacity to regulate metabolism is compromised. You can restrict calories, you can increase exercise, but if the organ responsible for fat metabolism is overwhelmed with processing environmental toxins. The metabolic math doesn't add up. This isn't a theory from the fringes of medicine. This is peer-reviewed research published in seminars in liver disease, frontiers in endocrinology, and molecular and cellular biochemistry. The science is clear. The question is what to do about it. The liver's detoxification capacity can be supported nutritionally. Adequate antioxidant supply is essential for maintaining metabolic homeostasis and reducing oxidative stress during detoxification. Emerging evidence suggests that certain classes of phytonutrients can help support the detoxification process by stimulating the liver to produce detoxification enzymes, or by acting as antioxidants that neutralize the harmful effects of free radicals. The compounds with the strongest research base fall into two categories. The first is hepatoprotective botanicals, plants with documented effects on liver enzyme activity and oxidative stress. Milk thistle, specifically its active compound silymarin, has decades of clinical research behind it for supporting liver cell integrity and reducing markers of oxidative damage. Berberine, a compound found in several plants, has been studied for its effects on liver fat accumulation, insulin sensitivity, and metabolic function. Resveratrol, found in certain plants and berries, influences mitochondrial function and oxidative balance in liver tissue. The second category is antioxidant support for phase 2 detoxification specifically. The phase 2 pathways, the ones that neutralize activated toxins before excretion, require specific nutrients to function. Glutathione precursors, B vitamins, and polyphenol compounds that upregulate the liver's own enzyme systems. When these nutrients are present in adequate amounts, the detoxification pipeline keeps moving. When they're deficient, toxins back up. Oxidative stress accumulates, and metabolism suffers the consequences. Most people approaching their 40s and 50s assume that slowing metabolism is inevitable. The research increasingly suggests otherwise. The metabolic slowdown many people experience isn't fixed biology. In many cases, it's a liver working under conditions it was never designed for. Too many chemicals, too little nutritional support for the systems that process them. The good news is that the liver is one of the most regenerative organs in the body. Given the right support, it responds. If you want to look at a formulation designed specifically to support liver purification and metabolic function, the link is in the description. Subscribe, because this is a conversation that's only getting more important. The world around us isn't getting cleaner, which means understanding how to support your body's response to it has never mattered more.